Hi, I'm Rabbi Fred Reeves from KAM Isaiah Israel Congregation, and I've been asked to share a story that comes out of this week's Torah portion, Haazinu. Haazinu, chapter 32 of the book of Deuteronomy, it begins, Haazinu Hashemayim v'adabera v'tishma aretz imrei fi. And it's a long poem that goes through. It's the Song of Moses, it's called. And as we continue reading into it, we get to the verse, like an eagle who rouses his nestlings, gliding down to his young, so did he spread his wings and take him, bear him along on his pinions. When reading that verse about the eagle, it reminded me of a story that comes from the fables of the Mitnagdim, and I learned this story from the writings of Saul Berman. And this is a story that goes that there were a flock of eagles that were flying together, and they were looking down at the land beneath them. And one of these eagles, he felt something tug in his wing, and so he flew down to check it out and see what was going on. When he landed, he looked and he realized that his wing actually had snapped, and it was going to be a while before he was going to be able to fly again, and he was going to have to rest and recuperate. And he looked about him where he was, and he discovered that he had landed in a chicken coop. And he could see all of these chickens, and what do chickens do? They peck the ground for their food, they hop about, they look down, they don't look up, and they don't fly. And the eagle thought, what kind of birds are these? How can I spend this time with all of these strange creatures that call themselves birds, but they don't do all the essential bird things? And so he went off to the side, and he he tried to be by himself for a while, but he got lonely. What are you going to do? And slowly, little by little, he started talking to the other chickens and started doing the things that chickens do, and he started pecking the ground and hopping about, and he couldn't fly anyway because his wing was broken. But a year went by, and after a year had gone by and he was still in the chicken coop, this original flock of eagles was flying by, and one of them looked down and saw the eagle with the chickens, and he came down and he landed, and he said to the first eagle, what are you doing here? This is a chicken coop. Like, these are all chickens, and you're an eagle. You can soar to great heights. You can eat whatever you want. You don't have to peck and hop like this. Why don't you come with me? And at first, the first eagle said, no, leave me alone. This is my place. This is where I belong. I've been here for so long. This is just what I do. But slowly, patiently, the second eagle convinced him that really he was an eagle, and his place was up in the sky, soaring high, looking at the land and the forests and the lakes and the rivers, all that God had created. And so the two eagles sailed off together, and that first eagle went back to his destiny. Shabbat Shalom.